Hey good people, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. Today we are taking a look at the 2012 album from Frank Ocean called Channel Orange. Now, this album was voted in by my Patreon members. Over on Patreon, we have well over 200 videos from various artists, music videos, live performances, interviews, all the good stuff, but also Patreon members vote on the albums we listen to each and every Wednesday. So this one was voted in by them. I've never listened to anything from Frank Ocean, so I'm really excited to get in and give this a listen. As always, I've got my handy dandy notebook. Try not to interrupt during the songs. I might make a few comments if there's things that stand out to me, sounds or lyrics, but I'll keep some notes here, and after each song, we'll talk about it and we'll look and see maybe if there's any comments from Frank himself, and it'll just be a good time as we explore and learn together. Feel free to comment either at the end of the video or through the video. Always enjoy talking with you guys in the comments. But I guess without further ado, let me let you know who this video is brought to you by, and then we'll get into the music. Well, it's brought to you by me. You ever looked at one of my videos and thought, dang, that looks good. Sounds pretty good too. Well, it's because I have 20 plus years experience in media, specializing in web design and video production. So if your company or brand needs help getting off the ground or possibly a new image, let me know. If you do end up visiting my website and filling out the contact form, make sure you click YouTube in the How Did You Hear About Us section. You'll get 10% off of whatever project we end up doing together as a friend of the channel. All right, into the music. All right, this is track 1 titled Start. For most of the album, we'll have the lyrics scrolling over here. This does not have any lyrics, so that's why it's on this screen. But let's get in, see how he chooses to begin this album. It's almost like he was traveling and got home. Oh, plugging in. Okay, that's PlayStation. Nostalgia. Shut up. Is this gonna be... Oh, that's awesome, dude. I wonder if he had to have that cleared. Alright, let's let it roll into the next one. Let me get the lyrics up.
A tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made. It usually doesn't rain in Southern California, much like Arizona. My eyes don't shed tears, but boy they pour when I'm thinking about you. Oh no, 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 I've been thinking about you. You no, 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 I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you, or do you not think so far?
Oh, boy's got range.
Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Or do you not think so far ahead?
Alright, I rock with this.
I just thought you were cool enough to kick it. Got a beach house I could sell you in Idaho. Since you think I don't love you, I just thought you were cute. That's why I kiss you. Got a fighter jet, I don't get to fly it though. I'm lying down thinking about you. Oh no, 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 I've been thinking about you. You no, 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 I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you, or do you not think so far ahead? Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Or do you not think so far ahead? Cause I've been thinking about forever. Yes, of course, I remember. How could I forget how you feel? You know you were my first time. A new feel. It won't ever get old. Not in my soul, not in my spirit. Keep it alive. We'll go down this road till it turns from color to black and white. Or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh.
All right, man, off to a strong start. Very mellow vibe there in the beginning. If you've been around the channel for any length of time, songs about commitment, I love. As a man who's been married, I keep forgetting it. I think it's confusing because I'm turning 38, which this should just help me. So I've been married for almost 17 years now. And so I've got 3 kids. I'm a family guy. And so this idea of thinking about you, which, you know, his discography could have other things that are, you know, more sexual or whatever. But at least within this song, it's not necessarily like I'm thinking about your body or whatever, which perfectly acceptable. But this idea of like, I'm thinking about forever, you know, like I want to be committed to you. I want to be with you. I love he said, keep this thing alive. Because if you're talking about long-term relationships, you're talking about thinking forever. About forever, you're thinking about from color into black and white, this idea of a long time. Yeah, you got to work, you got to keep it alive. I do want to check into the intro and see if they had to get the PlayStation cleared or if it gives us any information and what video game came on after that. So it says, every track on Channel Orange is a different program on our journey with Frank Ocean. Start introduces this theme with a hazy scene of friends talking, followed by the sounds of a TV being turned on, a PlayStation booting up, and a video game being played. The track contains 3 samples. The 2001 Message Alert Tritone by Apple after the 3-second mark. The 1994 console boot chime PlayStation startup by Sony after 21 seconds. And sound effects from the 1991 video game Street Fighter II after 40, although the Street Fighter II sample does not appear in the 2025 LP mix of Channel Orange. Notably, the 2012 CD lyric booklet includes a photograph of Ocean in front of a TV holding a PlayStation controller, referencing the album's opening track. I'm probably not going to get information on, like, I'm assuming he had to get the sample cleared. It's such a cool way to start an album, though. Especially, how old is Frank Ocean? Let's see here. Okay, so Frank Ocean was born in 1987. I was born in 1988. So yeah, we come from the same generation. Awesome. All right, let's take a look at track 2 here. Thinkin Bout You. He originally wrote it for Bridget Kelly, but after his reference track leaked, he recorded a higher quality version and put it out himself. Ocean tries to act tough when reflecting on a past relationship, but ultimately reveals he still has strong feelings for his ex-lover. And he wonders if they have been able to move on or feel the same way he does. Oh, I didn't pick up on that it was a past relationship. He performed at the 2012 MTV Video Music Awards, Season 38 premiere Saturday Night Live. Okay, let's see. First time, a new feel. While this doesn't necessarily mean it's a man, in his open letter, Ocean said his first love was male, so it's safe to say the song is in fact about a male partner. Okay, so I didn't know this. Frank Ocean. So it says he came out as queer in 2012. I guess I'm just inspired to tell stories. You got to make sure the listener is listening to you. So if you put it into a song, oftentimes, if the song is striking enough, you can really deliver the story most effectively while keeping the ear of the listener the whole time. Guess it all starts with the stories for me. Okay, that's a little information about the artwork or the photograph. So there's a music video on Vimeo telling a story about cowboys and Native Americans, all while a female relative or friend of the boy is asleep or in a catatonic state. Interesting. Okay. Let's move in to track number 3, titled Fertilizer. Glitch in the system. Refresh. Cool. We're off to a good start, guys.
Really, I think.
Fertilizer, I'll take bullshit if that's all you got. Fertilizer, fertilizer.
Okay, hold on. Before we move on, I didn't really pay that much attention to the track list. So do we get one of these? No, okay. We don't get one between every track. Just a few. From what it appears, unless some of them are longer. I was like, are we going to get one of these between every single song? All right. We'll let this flow into track 4. Here we go.
We're spending too much time alone.
Sierra Leone.
We're spending too much time alone.
And I just ran out of Trojans.
Horses gallop to her throne.
And we're behaving like teenagers.
Yes, we're behaving like teenagers.
Making less than minimum wage.
Still inside our parents' home.
No, I don't live in Denver.
No, I don't live in Denver.
I grew up in Sierra Leone.
And her pink skies will keep me warm. Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone.
Tidbits of intuition that I be getting. Abandoned mission. You must be getting this shit. Feeling different. Shit feeling too good to me. Glistening, shimmering underneath the sunlight. The sunlight.
It's a really interesting flow.
We'll bring about the dawn. In the new days, we'll bring another crying babe into the world. Hey, whoa.
Okay, a little switch up.
Our daughter's reaching for your nipple, cause it's time for her to breathe. Tonight I lay her in the cradle if it's time to go to sleep. Oh, go to sleep. I sing a linen lullaby, she can have a pretty dream. Baby girl, if you knew what I know, knew what I know.
I always like to play it to the end, just because, you know, some people fade out or whatnot, but you would have missed the little bass there at the end. I'm not going to lie, the lyrics in that are a bit cryptic to me. So let's take a look. It says, in Sierra Leone, Frank Ocean talks to a fictional younger version of himself who fooled around and got a girl pregnant. He uses the extended metaphor for Sierra Leone's pink skies to refer to her vagina and womb, all the while discussing maturing. I mean, I had a feeling, but I wasn't picking up that he was talking about himself in the womb. All the while discussing maturing in the face of impending parenthood. Whilst he's an aloof and irresponsible teenager at the start of the track, he's a seemingly responsible father figure by the end. Though the story is fictional, this kind of emotional maturity holds special weight for Ocean. His own father left his family when he was 5 years old, leaving him without this kind of upbringing. The song's call and response style may be an homage to Marvin Gaye's 1971 track, Save the Children. So is Sierra Leone known for its, like, pink skies? Let's see. Oh, I wonder, okay, is this meant to be like, oh, there's some interesting stuff in here. Frank claims he ran out of Trojans, so obviously a condom. That's what I thought. Okay, so the horses are sperm galloping toward an egg. Okay, now let me look up this Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is a country in Africa that relies on mining diamonds. It is infamous for a civil war that left around 50,000 dead. The country is also known for its pink sky, sunset as seen here. Okay. That's such an interesting way to tell this story. I'm always interested in songwriting in that way. Like Sierra Leone, because obviously it's a place, but being known for pink skies and that being a metaphor for being inside the womb, I think is really, really interesting songwriting. Okay, this is track number 5, titled Sweet Life.
The best song wasn't the single, but you weren't either. Living in Ladera Heights, the black
She wasn't single. Okay.
Domesticated paradise, palm trees and pools. The water's blue, swallow the pill, keeping it surreal. Whatever you like, whatever feels good, whatever takes your mountain high, keeping it surreal. Not sugar-free, my TV ain't HD, that's too real. Grapevine, mango, peaches, and lime. Sweet life, sweet life, sweet life. Sweet life, sweet life. A sweet, 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 sweet life. Sweet life, sweet life. Sweetie pie. You've had a landscaper and a housekeeper since you were born. The sunshine always kept you warm. So why see the world if you got the beach? Don't know why see the world when you got the beach. The sweet life. The best song wasn't a single, but you couldn't turn your radio down. Satellite need a receiver, can't seem to turn the signal fully off. Transmitting away, you're catching that breeze till you're dead in the grave, but you're keeping it so real. Whatever you like, whatever feels good, whatever takes your mountain high. And it's real, not sugar free. My TV ain't HD, that's too rare. Grapevines, mango, peaches, and lime. A sweet life, a sweet life, a sweet life. Yeah, a sweet life, a sweet life, a sweet life. Live and die in the life. You got a landscaper and a housekeeper since you were born. Yeah, the sunshine always kept you warm. So why see the world if you got the beach? Don't know why see the world when you got the beach. And the water is exactly what I wanted. It's everything I thought it'd be. But this neighborhood is getting trippier every day. The neighborhood is going apeshit crazy. Landscaper and a housekeeper since you were born. The sunshine always kept you warm. So why see the world if you got the beach? Don't know why see the world when you got the beach. The sweet life.
There's gonna be some great bass lines in this album, I can tell. Man, I'm trying to tell. I mean, I feel like there's a bit of kind of sarcasm in the song. I don't know if he's trying to speak to maybe apathy, somebody that thinks either trying to say like you got it all made, good for you, or if it's like you got it all made, but there's more out there. I do want to figure out too, while we're at it, that the piano that was playing, the kind of like organ type piano. But isn't there a, let's see, what is the organ type piano in Frank Ocean? Channel Orange. The primary organ keyboard sound, Wurlitzer, that's what I was thinking of. Vintage analog instruments and in-the-box software, notably featuring a Wurlitzer electric piano, Hammond B3 organ. All right, let's see what he has to say, or what is said about this song. A reflective look into the effects of wealth. In the song, Ocean explores the idea of how money and wealth numbs people. So yeah, that's what I was talking about with kind of an apathy to the problems of the outside world. Ocean ironically asks, why see the world when you got the beach? That was the part that I was saying was kind of a little bit of sarcasm in there. To challenge those who live in excess to escape their bubble and acknowledge the struggles of people less fortunate than them. Oh, I also wanted to check into what the significance of orange is. Here, I'll bring you in. The color orange in Channel Orange represents the nostalgia, warmth, and intensity of the summer he first fell in love. It signifies a deeply personal sensory memory, often linked to his synesthesia, where he saw the color during that time, along the themes of vulnerability, youthfulness, and the varied television-like channels of human experience. What is synesthesia? I feel like I looked up this word recently. Synesthesia is a neurological phenomenon where the stimulation of one sensory pathway involuntarily triggers experiences in a second unrelated sensory pathway. Hearing music as colors or tasting words. The union of senses affecting roughly 4% of people, often causing letters, numbers, or sounds to evoke specific colors, tastes, or shapes. Is that not a, I mean, obviously it says in 4% of people. I thought that was like a shared human experience thing. Maybe it just means it like another level, an intensity. Because I think we all, I don't know, like, aren't you ever like, that tastes like the color purple? Or, what would be the word is, I can't think of the word, like connections, I can't think of the word. Awesome. Why don't we put this guy on the camera? Why don't we have him talk? I'm just kidding. Okay. Track 6, titled Not Just Money. Are we going to have problems like this whole time, huh? Huh, buddy? I think it's because the tracks keep running up to the end and then running over. And for whatever reason, when I'm pausing it at that point, it's like, no, I don't want to play. All right, here we go. Not Just Money.
Stop thinking of this as being money. It's just money. I'm gonna make money. No. Please decondition yourself. It's not just money. It's happiness. It's the difference between happy and happy. It's the difference between having a home and living on the streets. That's what it is. It's not just money. It's so much more than that. Right now, it's the difference between you being able to go to a prom and disappointing a girl. As I told you from the beginning, I don't have money. I have bills to pay. But that meant nothing to you. Absolutely nothing. Let me see. I have, I'm going to make myself hot link when I get home. Meant nothing to you. Save my $7.
Okay, I was going to let that one just play through, but we can't skip over what all's going on here. Not Just Money is a recording of Rosie Watson, the mother of Frank Ocean's friend Jonathan, and known to Ocean as Auntie Rosie, providing her son with some stern advice about the importance and value of money. Auntie Rosie would reprise her role as a scolding mother on Ocean's second album, Blonde, appearing on the track Be Yourself. The skit is fittingly followed by Super Rich Kids, a song about wasting money, partying, and the pitfalls of a spoiled youth. Well, and it's interesting what she's saying because there's a bit of truth in it, like you can't take it so far that money in and of itself is happiness. Having things is happiness, because that's just not a universal truth. There are plenty of people without a lot of money that are happy, and there are plenty of people with a lot of money that are very unhappy. And so you kind of have to solve the base thing first of what you value most, what is most meaningful to you, which in most cases that's going to be love, relationships, peace. But there is a side to it that's like, money does bring some opportunities, money does alleviate certain stresses, but that's also based upon how we build our lives, right? Because if we buy homes and vehicles and vacations and all these things way above our income, then you kind of invite a stress upon yourself that then you feel the need to make more money. And so, I mean, that's a real question I think every adult probably wrestles with, is just like, okay, should I maybe pursue something simpler to alleviate some of the stresses that I have? Therefore, I am able to better focus on the things that matter most. And if I happen into greater amounts of money, like I've already kind of got this base layer of what I value. And so that just kind of either brings more opportunities, even opportunities to give and to help others, all those different things. So interesting conversation. All right, let's let it flow into the next track number 7. Super Rich Kids.
Too many bottles of this wine we can't pronounce. Too many bowls of that green, no Lucky Charms. The maids come around too much. Parents ain't around enough. Too many joy rides in daddy's Jaguar. Too many white lies and white lines. Super rich kids with nothing but loose ends. Super rich kids with nothing but fake friends. Start my day up on the roof. There's nothing like this type of view. Point the clicker at the tube. I prefer expensive news. New car, new girl, new ice, new glass, new watch, good times, babe. It's good times, yeah. She wash my back 3 times a day. This shower head feels so amazing. We'll both be high. The help don't stare. They just walk by. They must don't care. 1,000,001, 1,000,002. 100 more will never do. Too many bottles of this wine we can't pronounce. Too many bowls of that green, no Lucky Charms. The maids come around too much. Parents ain't around enough. Too many joy rides in daddy's Jaguar. Too many white lies and white lines. Super rich kids with nothing but loose ends. Super rich kids with nothing but fake friends. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. A real love. I'm searching for a real love. Oh, real love.
Alright, close your eyes to what you can't imagine. We are the Zanny Nashing, Caddy smashing, bratty assy, Maddie snatched his daddy's jag and used the shit for batting practice. Adam and Annie thrashing, purchasing crappy grams with half the hand of cash you handed. Panic and patch me up, Pappy done latchkeyed us. Toying with raggy hands and Mammy done had enough. Brash as fuck, breaching all these aqueducts. Don't believe us, treat us like we can't erupt. Yeah.
We end our day up on the roof. I say I'll jump, I never do.
Yeah, so feeling empty.
But when I'm drunk, I act a fool. Talking about, do their so wings until it's soothed.
Some really good writing in here.
She grabs my arm, she slaps my head. It's good times.
Again, it feels like sarcasm. Good times.
The market's down like 60 stories, and some don't end the way they should. My silver spoon is fed me good. 1,000,001, 1,000,000 cash. Close my eyes and feel the crash. Too many bottles of this wine we can't pronounce. Too many bowls of that green, no Lucky Charms. The maids come around too much. Parents ain't around enough. Too many joy rides in daddy's Jaguar. Too many white lies and white lines. Super rich kids with nothing but loose ends. Super rich kids with nothing but fake friends. Real love, ain't that something rare? I'm searching for real love. Love.
fantastic product.
I mean, obviously for the sake of this video, you can't just let the whole album play through without talking or anything like that. But I'm really interested to listen to this on my own just to get a feel for the flow of the album. Because he really seems like he's put a lot of effort. Not necessarily that everything like ends and begins the same, but he does stretch everything kind of to the end, which feels like it's really meant to be this complete listening experience. Which is how I pretty much consume all music these days. I really don't even work off playlists anymore, especially since starting the channel, because I find these albums that I listen through, here on the channel with you guys for the first time. And then that's pretty much like when I get in the car or I'm doing anything else, I choose an album and I let the album play from beginning to end. It's been fun going back to listening to music like that. Okay, so obviously the song speaking a lot about superficiality, about emptiness. It was funny to bring about something, again, superficial like a shower head. Now, don't get me wrong. I like a good shower head. I like good water pressure. Now, I do just have the shower head, I think pretty sure that came with our house, but I can understand, all right? Oh, it'd be awesome. One of those like the big square shower heads, that come from the top down. It's like you're just standing in rain. Yeah, that's a dream. But it's just funny to mention something like a shower head because it does feel so superficial. To make sure that like I've got the right shower head. Also reminds me of the Seinfeld episode where they were talking about a specific shower head that I think was used to bathe elephants or something. And then when they use it, their hair's like, it looks like a pressure washer hit it down the middle and pushed it down because it was so strong. All right, let's see. Continuing a major theme on the album, Frank evokes the luxe and glamorous like no other. Only Super Rich Kid's a bit more harrowing. There's something sad, something hopeless about how Frank sings It's Good Times. That's what it reminded me of, because we did House of Balloons recently on the channel. Looking forward to getting into more of The Weeknd, continuing through his discography. But even when he says this is a happy house, it is very much like, no, it's not, but we're telling ourselves this is a happy house. It's a happy place. So even in this, like, it's good times. Not that they probably didn't have any fun or anything, but ultimately it's so shallow, and the point of the song, looking for real love. So to say, like, it's good times, like, sure, maybe they're having some good times, but ultimately they feel empty. The song elaborates on how a life full of material worth can never fulfill someone like love and happiness can. In the final verse, the character Frank is embodying falls or jumps from the roof he started his day on. Frank showcases the dynamics of his voice throughout this track. Note the transition from the first chorus to the first verse. It almost sounds like two different people singing. He got the inspiration for the track from the movie Traffic by Steven Soderbergh, as he confirmed in his interview for GQ magazine. This song also plays over the end credits of Sofia Coppola's movie The Bling Ring, reportedly at the suggestion of Coppola's friend Kanye West. Guess who was sick and high while he recorded his Rich Kids verse? Frank and Earl were both members of the LA music collective Odd Future. They have also collaborated on the song Sunday from Earl's Doris. Why did Frank take out the alternative second verse? Frank most likely didn't take out the missing verse, but rather added it into live performances. The reasoning as to why he would have done this is unclear, but an inferred reason could be so as to fit into the verse, chorus, verse, song format. What's the missing verse? Let's see if we can figure it out. I'd imagine it'd come up toward the end, maybe as a further continuation of the story. Yeah, this one. Polo sweats, Hermes blankets, them label hoes be stealing my stuff, and all they clothes revealing they pills high enough to touch the rim in that. We party in my living room because father's gone. He left me this empire that runs on its own. So all I got to do is whatever I want. All we ever do is whatever we want. Well, there you go. We're learning all kinds of stuff. Okay. Let's get into track number 8, titled Pilot Jones.
We once had things in common. Now the only thing we share is the refrigerator. Ice cold, baby, I told you, I'm ice cold.
Ice cold.
You out here flying high. Go ahead, fly that thing. High, high, but fly alone.
You always smoking out.
Fly alone.
What if my mother comes over? You can't get up and get a job, 'cause this little hustle's getting you by. You're the dealer and the stoner with the sweetest girl. I knew what I was on. I had a Pilot Jones.
What you know about him?
She took me high.
Oh, did she now?
Then she took me home.
We talking about
Pilot Jones, Pilot Jones. Tonight she came stumbling across my lawn again. Just don't know why. I keep on trying to keep a grown woman sober. See there you go, reaching up your blouse. And no, I don't want no child, but I ain't been touching a while. By the dealer and the stoner with the sweetest kiss I've ever known. I knew what I was on. I had a Pilot Jones.
what you know about him?
She took me high.
Oh, did she now?
Then she took me home.
We talking about
Pilot Jones, Pilot Jones. In the sky above.
Oh, you get me with atmospheric sounds, not atmospheric.
Above the sin, so many ways. But if I got a condo on a cloud, then I guess you can stay at my place. Ooh, I'ma get one. I need ya. Admit it, you're my Pilot Jones.
It's the plane taking off. Really curious about the reference for Pilot Jones. I mean, I get what he's talking about. Essentially, he's saying, like, this feels like a dead end, but I can't resist you. And even him saying that he thought he was above this. But specifically, what is a Pilot Jones? Discusses the topic of his first love and compares it with a drug by using the double entendre Pilot Jones. This is because a pilot is one who drives or steers, likening how lovers are jonesing or craving each other to a pilot that is driving them toward each other. Alternatively, a pilot episode is the first in any line of a TV series, hinting at this being a first love. That's interesting. Further adding to this extended metaphor is that the first love he discusses in the song may or may not smoke frequently. I mean, he's a stoner. So he could be using drugs as an easy comparison to the love that they share. What did Frank Ocean say? I was like, I gotta get this song out. I always knew the track would have to change. Other artists have said, this is Rick Rubin in conversation with Jeff Himmelman of the New York Times, He said it's really interesting. He uses seed ideas or tools to write that really don't have anything to do with the song. It's just a way for him to access himself. Then the song comes out and the track is built around what he writes. Okay, features a bird. Like I said, I love atmospheric stuff. Rain, birds, nature, traffic, whatever it is, man. I love when that's used in music. It says, have you noticed in the beginning, Frank sings in a very high voice, falsetto? Question mark. While the song progresses, the voice gets deeper, and at the end, it's at its low. Looking at the lyrics, they kind of contradict with the melody of Frank's singing. He's angry, and his friend, high voice, he is literally high, low voice. This could maybe represent the contradicting love Frank is experiencing. Maybe. Somebody commented here, if I got a condo in a cloud, I guess you can stay at my place. I'm going to get one. I need you. Admit it. You're my Pilot Jones. Frank basically is saying, despite how difficult the relationship is, how she's made his life difficult as a result of her addictions, he still loves her and needs her. Even in heaven, as he says, a condo in a cloud, basically a place in heaven. You're my Pilot Jones. In this context means you're my soulmate. Feels like a little bit of a stretch, but... Man, I mean, it's really interesting. Just the songwriting and the composition and things. So, yeah, I mean, I really, it just reinforces the idea that this album is an experience if you listen to it through no stops. So, looking forward to that. All right, track number 9, titled, Crack, Crack. What you doing on the corner, crack, baby? Dark tone. Fire crackling? Or is that a speaker? Or burning a crack rock?
How little you matter until you're all alone in the middle of Arkansas with a little rock left in that glass dick. You used to date a blonde. You used to hit it raw, cause she was and you are madly involved, hitting stones in glass homes. You're smoking stones in abandoned homes. You hit them stones and broke your home.
Wow.
Crack, rock, crack, rock. Crack, rock.
It's all about addiction.
Hitting stones in glass homes. You're smoking stones in abandoned homes. You're hitting stones and broke your home. Crack, rock, crack, rock.
Oh, this beat goes hard, dude.
Crack, rock, crack, rock. You're shucking and jiving, stealing and robbing to get the fixing that you're itching for. Your family stopped inviting you to things, won't let you hold the infant. Used to get a little from time to time, but the freaks ain't trying to sleep with crackhead. Hitting stones in glass homes. You're smoking stones in abandoned homes. You hit them stones and you broke your home. Crack rock, crack rock, crack rock. Cricket cap, dead cap. How much dope can you push to me? Cricket cap, dead cap. No good for community. Fucking picket shots. 300 men will search for me. My brother get pops and don't know I'd hear the sound. Don't know I'd hear the rounds. Ooh, sound. the shells. Ooh, shells. Don't know I hear a sound. Don't know I disturb the peaceful riots. Don't know I disrupt Nirvana. Don't know and wanna blow the high. Crack rock. Ooh. Crack rock. Ooh. Crack rock. How you feeling, girl? Ooh. How's the gutter doing? Crack rock.
Better than freezing Apple. We'll just sometimes let it roll into the next song. Okay, man. After this, I'll probably stop saying it, but the album is so immersive just in its sound and its use of other sound effects and things like that. And this one definitely did take a darker tone. There's a lot of interesting lines in here I want to look at, but let's go to the summary real quick. During the 9th track of Channel Orange, Frank Ocean speaks about a man overcome by an addiction to crack, comments on the issue of the so-called war on drugs in America. In the 2012 interview with The Guardian, Ocean stated how his grandfather influenced the record. For a song like Crack Rock, my grandfather, who had struggled to be a father for my mom and my uncle, his second chance at fatherhood was me. In his early 20s, he had a host of problems with addiction and substance abuse. When I knew him, he was a mentor for the NA and the AA groups. I used to go to the meetings and hear these stories from the addicts, heroin and crack and alcohol. So stories like that influence a song like that. In the same interview, Ocean stated that the reason it's sung with a little bit of fractured breathiness is because that's how a smoker would sing it. That's interesting. In a 2012 interview with New York Times, Ocean also spoke about those AA and NA meetings. It totally ingrained this fear of addiction and of anything that could cause me to be addicted. So we should all start taking our kids to AA meetings? Crack rock, of course, can literally mean what the man is a user of, but also the word crack can be like a cracked rock, which can be interpreted into the split of this man with his life. He's lost everything and is now alone. The crack has come between him and his family and just life in general. Yeah, that's why I was thinking about, even when he's talking about stones in glass homes, and we'll see if anybody has a comment on it. I'm sure they do. My first thoughts are a glass home being one that's transparent, right? That you can see through, which I don't know if I have a better understanding for that or not, but also the idea of stones in glass homes. This comment speaks about it as a pipe, which is a cool thought as well. But I also just imagine like stones in a glass home are not safe, right? So almost the feeling of this fragile place that can just crumble, because of these stones. And even being in abandoned homes, not only is a place that people generally go to use drugs, but also it's just kind of this empty place, right? This abandoned home and the idea of losing everything due to addiction. But this is interesting. Hitting stones in glass homes line pays off the famous idiom, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. The glass home set up two possibilities. Stones is common slang for crack rocks. Since glass is fragile, if you hit stones against it, it would break, as elaborated on further in the hook. The glass home represents a crack pipe that the user hits out of. In the abandoned home, some people squat in abandoned homes. The person protagonist is addressing in this song is that desperate for their fix, that they will go anywhere to partake in their addiction. They go to trap houses, crack houses to smoke. You could also be saying this home is abandoned because the idea of a family, of a loving and caring, nurturing family had been abandoned as a result of the crack addiction. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. He's a really, really great songwriter. Okay. This is track number 10, Pyramids. Okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. This program is just fighting me today. All right, here it is, starting from the beginning.
Set the cheetahs on the loose. There's a thief out on the move. Underneath our legion's view. They have taken Cleopatra. Run, Cleopatra, come back for my glory. Bring her back to me. Cleopatra, run.
Oh, it's a long one.
Crown of our Pharaoh, the throne of our Cleopatra.
Okay. Little EDM dance vibes. I feel like this is about to go hard. I infamously missed the drop.
Into the future, shining like diamonds in a rocky world. Rocky world. Our skin like bronze and our hair like cashmere. As we march to the rhythm on the palace floor. Chandeliers inside the pyramids. Tremble from the force. Symbols crash inside the pyramids. Voices fill up the house. Set the cheetahs on.
This kind of reversed noise, man.
There's a thief out on the move. Underneath our legion's view. They have taken Cleopatra, but you love Africa. Jewel, what good is a jewel that ain't still precious? How could you run off on me? How could you run off on us? You feel like God inside that gold. I found you laying down with Samson and his full head of hair. I found my black queen, Cleopatra. Bad dreams, Cleopatra. Send the cheetahs to the tomb. Silver, our queen has met a doom. No more she lives, no more serpents in that room. No more, he has killed Cleopatra. Cleopatra.
Are we gonna get some shifts, like big switch ups in the song? That'd be fun. I love songs that have like multiple parts to them. Oh, we're coming to like present day.
Sun coming strong through the hotel blinds. Wake up to your girl. For now, let's call her Cleopatra. Cleopatra. I'll watch you fix your hair, then put your panties on in the mirror. Cleopatra. Then your lipstick. Cleopatra. Then your 6-inch heels catch her. She's headed to the pyramid. She's working at the pyramid tonight.
Stripper.
Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah. Working at the pyramid. Oh, working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah. Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight. Pimping in my Convo. Bubbles in my champagne. Let it be some jazz playing. Top floor motel suite. Twisting my cigars. Floor model TV with the VCR. Got rubies in my damn chain. Whip ain't got no gas tank, but it still got wood grain. Got your girl working for me. Hit the strip and my bills pay. That keep my bills paid. Hit the strip and my bills pay. Keep a nigga bills paid. She's working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. Yeah, yeah. Working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah, working at the pyramid. Oh, working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah, working at the pyramid. Ooh, working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. You showed up after work, I'm bathing your body, touch you in places only I know. You're wet and you're warm, just like our bath water. Can we make love before you go? The way you say my name makes me feel like I'm that nigga, but I'm still unemployed. You say it's big, but you take it. Right, kind of girl. But your love ain't free no more, baby. But your love ain't free no more. She's working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah. Working at the pyramid. That's right. Working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah, working at the pyramid. Ooh, working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid.
Oh, we're gonna get a long dance section.
Working at the pyramid tonight.
Subverted my expectations. Well, bravo. A nearly 10-minute song that does not feel 10 minutes long. I'm curious if this one was a single off the album. Yes. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, it's a pretty triumphant song as far as, you know, its sound, obviously talking about quite a complicated relationship. Let's see here. Frank Ocean's Pyramids, nearly 10-minute long tale of the ancient history of the black woman and her gradual decline from a queen in her homeland to her now degrading role in the Western Hemisphere. Wow. I almost forgot about the whole first part of the song. I got so wrapped up in the second part. Forgot we went on a whole journey, dude. She's no longer revered, but used and abused by men who would have died to protect her honor many centuries ago. Wow. The song refers to the historical Cleopatra, who brought dishonor to her country by becoming Mark Antony's mistress. Mark Antony was a conqueror who wanted Egypt as Roman territory, which is how they crossed paths. Ocean narrates a similar happening with him and his woman. Now that she has become a traitor and left him for the enemy, her decision has backfired on her. She is not an entity of glory and honor anymore, but of dishonor. She's reduced to a common stripper who is now taking care of her man who has no job. It's almost as if the king is karmically paying her back for her actions, as the narrator speaks of his woman stripping to keep bills paid. But there is still some unhealthy love and devotion to one another because they remain together and are a couple, so to speak. The song is a historical account of the black man and woman in America and their slow fall from grace, symbolically from gods to dogs. Pyramids first appeared in a 2-minute teaser video shared by Ocean in a deleted Tumblr post. Okay. Genius. Frank said, I have actual pimps in my family in LA. It was a fantasy built off that dynamic, but you can only write what you know how to know to a point. Pyramids first appeared. Okay, we saw that. I wonder if this song gets any radio play. I mean, I don't listen to radio. This is interesting. This song is the most important to the concept of the album. It hints at the format of the track names in order. You count the number of letters in each song title, including features, they form pyramids that trace the ups and downs Frank went through during this orange summer. Some pyramids fit into the pyramids around them. Looking at the track order, you can also put pyramids at the top of a pyramid, build pyramids with the song going outward and down from there. The song on each level draw different themes out of each other. Interesting. I need an image. Also, the cover of Channel Orange, the title Pyramids, looks like the cover from Amnesiac and reminds me of the Pyramid song from Radiohead. Okay. Yeah, man. It's that there's no way to fully take that in on one listen. Wow. Really well done. Okay. Track number 11, titled Lost.
Double D, big full breast on my baby. Triple weight, couldn't weigh the love I got for the girl. And I just wanna know why you ain't been going to work. Boss ain't working you like this. He can't take care of you like this. Now you're lost, lost in the heat of it all. Girl, you know you're lost, lost in the thrill of it all. Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, lost. silk shirt and it's Versace.
The guitar in this is great, man. Real funky vibe.
So I could wait to work. I got on you, girl. No, I don't really wish. I don't wish the titties were sure. No, have I ever let you get caught? Lost in the heat of it all. Girl, you know you're lost in the thrill of it all. Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, Los Angeles, India, lost on the train, she's at the stove. Can't believe I got her out here cooking dough. I promise she'll be whipping meals up for a family of her own someday. Nothing wrong, nothing wrong with the lie. Nothing wrong with the
Like he's lying to himself that that's going to be reality.
Lost in the heat of it all. Girl, you know you're lost in the thrill of it all. Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, Los Angeles, India, lost on the train, lost.
Okay, man. I'm really curious about the line that's used a few times in here, triple weight. And also curious what role this woman has in the idea of all these different places he's mentioning. It makes me think of like a stewardess. Let's see here. Lost is the 11th track. Protagonist in the song is a drug supplier who uses his girlfriend as a drug mule. His lover gets lost in the intensity of the jet-setting lifestyle of drug trafficking, the subsequent money, and lavish gifts that come along with it. He believes that one day she'll live a normal life away from this criminal lifestyle, but it must come after one last smuggle, which leads to another one last smuggle. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about with his line when he said, like, one day I'll have you cooking in a kitchen with a family of your own. And then right after that, him saying there's nothing wrong with a lie. And it feels like, yeah, like continuing this lie, like just one more time. No, we're going to do something. It's going to be normal after this. Ocean released Lost, fourth single. Okay, appeared on Tumblr, since deleted post. Man, I totally missed the Tumblr train. I've never been on Tumblr. I don't even know what Tumblr was. I thought it was like Instagram. Which maybe it was, but I didn't know there were videos and things on there. The video follows Ocean as he travels the 7 seas from one exotic locale to another, lost in the thrill of it all. All right, let's see what we can find on this triple weight line. Oh, okay. So a triple weight is a reference to a triple beam balance, which in this case is what Frank's going to use to weigh his work, drugs. So hand me my triple weight so I can weigh the work I got on you, girl. And then up here, triple weight couldn't weigh the love I've got for the girl. Interesting. Okay. This is track number 12, which doesn't appear, at least there's no scrolling lyrics for it. And this is featuring John Mayer, so maybe it's just an instrumental. It's an interesting feature to put on here, man. A lot of little surprises in this album. All right, let's let it roll into track 13. Monks.
Mosh pits and beer chests, stage diving, skydiver, spray the crowd with cold water. Now it's mosh pits and wet tits. I think I need a cold shower, cool waters. African girl speaks an English accent, likes to fuck boys in bands, likes to watch westerns and ride me without the hands. Show me her passport, she's on her own tour, but you're beautiful to me. Ooh, wave 'em high, girl, to the sky, but you're beautiful to me. We're in the clouds, wave 'em high, girl, to the sky, but you're beautiful to me. Oh, life in the clouds, keep 'em high, y'all, in the sky. Monks in the mosh pit, stage diving, Dalai Lama, feet covered in cut flowers. They mosh for enlightenment, clean chakra, good karma. Oh, one with the water. Indian girl sleeps above the temple, planning to run away, young at heart. You found a boyfriend and now you wanna get away, get away. Just a virgin, love wanna get away, get away. In that sunset, they're gonna try and get away, get away. I pay mudra. I never asked for much, but please keep up, lover. We've got no choices left. The running's fast. Run, 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 run. You're beautiful to me. Run, 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 run. You better run. You mean so much to me. In my world, my world. We made it safely. Even with your father's army trailing us, we escaped him. Even with his archers, bows at our backs. What a great escape. But there's a long way still, in fact. We're lost in a jungle underneath these clouds. There's a monsoon that never ends. A coke white tiger woke us from our slumber to guide and protect us to the end. We're in the clouds, wave 'em high now to the sky. But you're beautiful to me. Oh. Keep 'em high, y'all. Show you right. But you're beautiful to me. Oh.
my gosh, dude. There's so much going on in this album. Was not expecting that. Musically, one of the most interesting songs on the album. I'm glad we've got a lot of stuff in regards to kind of his take on the songs or the source or whatnot. His writing is very interesting, but it definitely, man, it has a lot of layers to it, you know? And especially on a first listen through, it's not always easy to grasp what it is that he's conveying. So, a relaxed instrumental version of Frank Ocean's song White. Famed guitarist, singer, Playboy John Mayer. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Monks. In Monks, Frank Ocean discusses the relationship he had with a female groupie he had met on a tour. He compares the audience at his tours to Buddhist monks and their spiritual idol, the Dalai Lama. Interesting. Yeah, man, it would just take another walk through this. Mosh pits and bare chest, stage dive and skydiver, spray the crowd with cold water, okay. African girl speaks in English accent. You're beautiful to me. Monks in the mosh pit. So this is an analogy for the relationship monks have with the Dalai Lama to the relationship fans have with a musical artist. It can even be extended to the practices of prayer meditation monks do to the mosh pits fans do. The rituals, respect, and prayers of monks to the Dalai Lama and the mosh pit crowds that embrace odd future music performances are comparable in their level of devotion. Yeah, man. Okay. I mean, it's similar in a sense to pyramids, you know, just kind of pulling from these cultural aspects and using it to tell this totally different story. Okay. But yeah, I mean, musically, one of the coolest on the album. Obviously, a totally different vibe than so much else. Okay. This is track 14, titled Bad Religion.
Taxi driver, be my shrink for the hour. Leave the meter running. It's rush hour, so take the streets if you wanna. Just outrun the demons, could you? He said, Allahu Akbar. I told him don't curse me. Boy, you need prayer. I guess it couldn't hurt me. If it brings me to my knees, it's a bad religion. Ooh, this unrequited love. To me it's nothing but a one-man cult. In cyanide and my styrofoam cup. I could never make them love me, never make them love me, Taxi driver, I swear I've got 3 lives balanced on my head like stick knives. I can't tell you the truth about my disguise. I can't trust no one. And you say Allahu Akbar. I told him don't curse me. But boy, you need prayer. I guess they couldn't hurt me. If it brings me to my knees, it's a bad religion. Oh, unrequited
guess the clapping is probably supposed to mimic
To me, it's nothing
kind of like a choir.
man calls in cyanide in my styrofoam cup. I can never make them love me, never make them love me. No, no, it's a bad religion to be in love with someone who could never love you. Only bad
Obviously, you got the
religion
choir in there, yeah.
could have me feeling the way I do.
Hey, thanks for bearing with all the technical difficulties we're having today. Man, okay, interesting. Let's see what's going on here. Because is Allahu Akbar, is that like God be with you? Taxi driver speaks Arabic. The phrase Allahu Akbar, meaning God is the greatest, and is a common protective oath used in Islam, including at the beginning of the Adhan. The taxi driver gives his advice to Frank, telling him no matter how big your problem is, God is the greatest, he's capable of anything. Most religions believe that humbling yourself before the power of the Creator will bring perspective and wisdom to face life's challenges. Perhaps he genuinely feels for Frank and doesn't know any other way to help him. He could also be repeating the common saying as an exasperated curse against the sad sack in his back seat. All right, let's see, maybe... The performance and song were so well received, Frank Ocean became a household name virtually overnight. Quest said, "Woo, not since Odd Future made their debut have I not seen buzz like this. Hope to make history for the rest of my life." Okay, no further insight. This says, the whole track is an analogy or metaphor between unrequited love, in this case same-sex love, and religion. Frank's earthly love is unrequited in much the same way that a follower of God never truly knows if their love is reciprocated. Given God is unseen to the physical eye, the fact that God is referred to as him further draws the same-sex parallel with Frank's romantic life. Yes, the track is also something of a comment on religion and its attitude towards same-sex relationships, but I don't think this is the main thrust, pause, of the track as reflected in the annotations. Let's see what this says. Romantic love, particularly unfulfilled romantic love, has been portrayed as a kind of worship, loving, revering, untouchable figure throughout history of the written word. This religion is wrong, though, because it hurts him and brings him down, literally, to his knees. Love is well known for its ability to make people both literally and figuratively sick. Frank is willing both to take his medicine to convert his faith in pursuit of personal wellness. However, another level of these lines warns against not just love, but any religion that brings a person to their knees. This can be read as an allusion most institutionalized religions, such as Christianity and Islam, where kneeling down is a common practice while at prayer. Frank Ocean posted an open letter in the wake of a shooting at a gay club, questioning why some religious people believe that God wants them to hurt, even kill others, or not for not following what they believe to God's law. Since Frank is expressing his unrequited love for a man in this song, he might be saying that if he has to beg forgiveness for loving someone, then that is a bad religion because it doesn't accept people as they are and instead tries to break them. The cyanide in a styrofoam cup, reference to the Jonestown Massacre and Reverend Jim Jones, the man who originated the People's Temple. Oh, okay, yeah. So he's saying, like, his view of religion, it's this one-man cult, it's this leading to cyanide in a styrofoam cup. And then this one-way love that he's feeling. Yeah, it's an interesting take. And obviously, it's a big conversation that he's bringing up there. I mean, from my viewpoint, I don't find anything wrong with getting on your knees. I guess for me, I am a Christian, and so being on my knees is just it's humbling. It's being in the presence of something greater, and more powerful, and his ways are higher than our ways, his thoughts higher than our thoughts. And when you have this realization of the greatness of God, the appropriate response at times is a kneeling. But at least in my perspective, it's not something that ever feels forced. It's like my recognition of how loved I am and how powerful he is that causes me to want to humble myself. And people, get on their knees for many different reasons. And so I guess I've never really looked at it from that standpoint. Now, obviously, if you have a really bad view or a bad taste of certain experiences or things like that, then I can totally understand that. And I know he's speaking to more than just religion here. But I guess for me, it's just always been this like, God, I love you. You're so good. You're so wonderful. And kneeling for me is tied to devotion and humility. So that's just kind of my view on that. Okay, track 15. This is Pink Matter featuring André 3000.
Peaches and the mangoes that you could sell for me.
Another mention of fruit.
What do you think my brain is made for? Is it just a container for the mind? This great gray matter. Sensei replied, what is your woman? Is she just a container for the child? That soft pink matter, cotton candy, Majin Buu, oh, oh, oh.
Little Dragon Ball Z reference.
Close my eyes and fall into you, you. My God, she's giving me pleasure. What if the sky and the stars are for show, and the aliens are watching live from the purple matter? Sensei went quiet, then violent, and we sparred until we both grew tired. Nothing mattered. Cotton candy, Majin Buu, oh, 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 oh. Dim the lights and fall into you. My God, giving me pleasure. Pleasure over matter.
I love that sound effects, man. Those sound effects.
Since you been gone, I've been having withdrawals. You were such a habit to call. I ain't myself at all, had to tell myself no. She better with some fella with a regular job. I didn't want to get her involved. By then, Mr. Benjamin was sitting in awe. Hops into my car, drove far. Falls too close, and I remember my memories no sharp.
Butter knife,
What
what
a
a life
legend.
anyway. I'm building y'all a clock stop, what am I Hemingway? She had the kind of body that would probably intimidate any of them that were unsouthern. Not me, cousin. If models are made for modeling, thick girls are made for cuddling. Switch worlds and we can huddle then. Who needs another friend? I need to hold your hand. You need no other man. We flee to other lands. So motherfucking good. Make her squat the motherfucking wood. Make her walk the motherfucking plank. Make her rob a motherfucking bank with no mask on and arrest a revolver.
Okay. Man, instrumentation on that song is really good. And it just had this real smooth flow to it. I have an idea of what's being spoken about here. Let's check this out. A play on the term gray matter, the substance that makes up the brain. Pink matter is a meditation on the female anatomy, desire, and fantasy. The song features Outkast member André 3000, who also plays guitar on the track. The song almost featured Big Boy grabbing a verse, but after discussion, Big Boy and André 3000 decided they couldn't do an Outkast reunion on somebody else's record. Nevertheless, Big Boy would go on to add his own verse to a remix of the song, bringing Outkast together for the first time in several years. That's cool. The production, like the entire album, is handled by Ocean, but he got help from his friend Malay. I don't remember. I had that in my mind a few minutes ago during a different song, and I don't know if I commented on it or not, but the production of this album, I think I did, with the naturescapes and stuff. The production on this album is really, really excellent. It was just a simple thing. There came a point when we knew we were getting close to wrapping the record. Frank was kind of narrowing down who he wanted features from. We knew we didn't want to make it a record full of a whole bunch of big-name collaborators just for the sake of having them. We were just really trying to decide who we could bring to this project that's going to elevate the overall project. That record's an incredible song, and it's a lot of people's favorite record when they've heard the album. And with a name like that, you'd think it'd be a single type song or something. But if you listen to it, it's probably the opposite of that. It's that record that's everybody's favorite song on the album, but it's not the single. That's showing where Frank really is at. He's strictly doing it for the art. It's not about, hey, this is going to help sales. Yeah, I've definitely felt that through this. Yeah, man. I was going to save all this for like my final thoughts, so I probably will for the most part. But you have to do multiple listens through this thing. There's so much going on. But I'll share on that toward the end. So this is the second to last track. This is Forrest Gump.
I wanna see pom-poms from the stands.
I'm really curious to see where Forrest Gump fits in this.
Come on, come on. My fingertips and my lips, they burn from the cigarettes. Forrest Gump, you run my mind, boy.
Okay.
Running on my mind, boy.
I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is.
I know you wouldn't hurt a beetle, but you're so buff, and so strong.
That's a cool beat.
I'm nervous, Forrest Gump. My fingertips and my lips, they burn from the cigarettes. Forrest Gump, you run my mind, boy. Running on my mind, boy. Forrest Gump, I saw your game, Forrest. I was screaming, run 44, but you kept running past the end zone. Oh, where'd you go, Forrest? Forrest Gump, my fingertips and my lips, they burn from the cigarettes. Forrest Gump, you run my mind, boy. Running on my mind, boy. Forrest Gump, Forest Green, Forest Blues. I'm remembering you. This is love, I know it's true. I won't forget you. It's for you forever. It's It's for you, Forrest Gump.
I've been messing with some music production stuff myself, and I'm always interested in listening and hearing how people, lay down kind of the base of what you need for a song with the beat, and swapping sounds for maybe some traditional drum sounds. And honestly, when I've been building songs in Logic, a lot of times I may even use a normal drum kit just because I recognize obviously the bass, the hi-hat, the snare. And then a lot of times like I'll put those on different tracks, and I'll go in and play with sounds and try to choose sounds that are not traditional drum sounds. And so even in this, that was going on in there is so interesting to me, because you get this kind of drum beat but without traditional drum sounds. And so I thought that was really cool. And there's a lot, man, there's so much vivid imagery in this album, and use of colors as well. Because Forest Green, Forest Blue, I'm curious to see what that's about. Song makes considerable reference to the 1994 comedy drama film Forrest Gump, an adaptation of 1986 novel. Very familiar with the film. Ocean wrote the song from the perspective of Forrest Gump's love interest, Ginny. The song serves as a metaphor for the feelings Ocean still harbors for his first love. Manny wrote about in the viral 2012 open letter. Track features background vocals from the Crimson Tide cheerleaders. That's cool. Okay, let's see what's going on with these colors here. Okay, so you got Forrest Gump, Forest Green. Green represents envy. Perhaps the speaker feels jealousy toward the one Forrest is with. This line is meant to represent the growth, increasing intimacy, etc. in the relationship between Frank and Forrest. It can be seen as the good times in their relationship. The next line, however, contradicts this line by referencing the bad times in their relationship. And, a forest of trees is also literally green. Could also reference to Forest Green, a track on Odd Future's 2012 album. And then Forest Blues. Usually when someone says they're blue, they're generally feeling down, sad. Here, Frank is blue over Forest. Also, blues is a type of music, generally sad, sappy, consisting of wistful lyrics. He's singing the Forest Blues. Could also be a play on words. He says Forest Green for his blues, meaning that when he is sad, he smokes to forget about the things. Okay, let's see how Frank chooses to close out this album with track 17, titled End.
Looks like all we've got is each other.
It's cool. Like turning the radio up.
Remember when all I had was my mother? She didn't compromise. She could recognize. Our daughters and our sons are just candles in the sun. Let 'em see the vibe. She's got the whole wide world in her keys.
There's something. Can't believe I'm even talking and telling you this right now. Special. I wish you could see what I see.
We got the whole wide world in her way. With the whole wide world. She's
Okay, getting dropped off. Is he going to turn the PlayStation on? Is he just going to shut the door? Like go inside and shut the door? Hold on a second. Wait. Let me cue up the first track from the album to play next. And then we'll let this roll. I have a feeling he's gone inside and is starting the PlayStation. I don't know. It could, maybe not be, but let's just see. Okay, no. All right. I remember the first song starting with quite a bit of noise. Interesting, man. Okay, let's see. I'm sure there's a little bit of information on that close, but maybe it's the end of, I guess, his Orange Summer. Is that what it was? End serves as the closer. CD version of the album includes the hidden track Golden Girl. End lifts dialogue from a scene in the 2006 film ATL in which the main characters Rashad and Nunu are exchanging conversation in a car late at night. With the ambient sound of pouring rain and car chimes in the background, the additional vocals are believed to be performed by R&B singer Alicia Bell, although they are credited to Elizabeth Page. Ocean layers this with his song Voodoo, previously posted to Tumblr. African-American spiritual, he's got the whole world in his hands. Interesting, the scene from ATL ends with Rashad and Nunu kissing in a parked car with Aaliyah's 1994 cover, At Your Best, playing on the radio. End closes out the 2012 digital release of Channel Orange by sampling the scene, after which Ocean would not return with an official release till 2016 Visual Endless. Okay. All right, so that's where it comes from. Interesting, man. I have a thing about album closers, and I appreciate this one. You know, I really just feel, not that you have to be formulaic, but there's just something about an album closer. The ability to bring, especially an album like this, that I think is best experienced with a full listen through, really absorbing everything that's going on. And so coming into something like this, it kind of gives you this ability to just sit with it for a moment in this atmospheric place, I think is absolutely awesome. Okay. Let's talk about, just for a second, some final thoughts. I don't really know what I expected coming into this album. I have no experience with Frank Ocean, really even not a lot of experience with this genre. I'm musically malnourished after all. And so it's funny to think of where we came from with the opening song. I was like, yeah, talking about like wanting to be with someone for a long time. And so I thought I was up for this journey of like, I figured it was going to go into all kinds of different places, but I was not prepared at all for where this album went. It's so unique. I wrote, it's intricate. It's very intricate, not only musically, even though you have some tracks that are very simple, but the composition and the choices, you can feel just like the intentionality and the artistry within each and every decision. It's complex lyrically, which is why I said that, I think it would take several listen throughs to even begin to grasp everything that's being communicated. Same as with the music, there are some tracks that are pretty simple to, get a hold of, but for the most part, it's pretty complex. It's heavy, it's a bit dark as well. So I even think like coming into this, I don't think I was expecting my heart and my mind to have to go to some of the places that it did. But ultimately, I think, yes, bravo. It is an ambitious album. I think that he executed it really well. Not to obviously mention just Frank's incredible voice and singing. He does a little bit of rapping. He has some darker, like deeper tone stuff that he does. I think the word artist is rightly attributed to Frank Ocean. So, bravo. I am looking forward to kind of just playing this one back and sitting with it on my own, not even really having to think too hard about it, but just let it roll. And so that'll be an interesting experience. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you've made it to this point, would love to know your thoughts in the comments. Always enjoy having conversation with you there. I think we're building a pretty healthy community, so we always have a great time in the comments, just kind of talking about stuff. If there's stuff you agree with me on or disagree with me, totally fine, but I'm always appreciative of just kind of respect that everybody shows in the comments. And it's a place that I enjoy being. It's not a place I want to run away from. So let me know your thoughts there. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope to see you in the next one. Reading good.